602 Rose Show. We have season-long picks for you today. The Rose League has offered a season-long contest for the first time ever. And season-long is a little bit different. So right off the bat, if you don't want spoilers, just cut out of this completely. This is not the show for you. There's a couple ways to play season-long. One is just guessing in the dark, having fun with all your friends. The other is using all of the data available to you to try to field a winning team. It's a lot like the difference between drafting fantasy football without doing any research and trying to win a big money league. You can and should be using all available information, which in this case includes spoilers. So, that's your last warning. There's a lot of spoilers in this show. Okay, so essentially season long is a game type that starts week 2 after we've eliminated a third of the girls. It makes it a little more manageable, gives you some tactile screen time to work with the edit, start to see how these characters are being portrayed, and you can project, knowing what you know about Bachelor, as to where it's going to go. So, pick 5, 100 roses. Very similar to the standard game for the Rose League. The difference is that you only set your lineup one time. Locks in for the whole season. The pricing is pretty aggressive. You'll see it scrolling here right now. The pricing is based on what we know, what we've seen in trailers, a little bit of what we've seen of the edit, to try to make it very, very difficult to field the perfect team. And I'll go through my picks in a little bit here. And I had to do something I've never done in 8 years of playing season-long Fantasy Bachelor. So it makes you make decisions that you might not normally, knowing as much data as you do. But you'll see that pricing there. And if you are already spoiled, you'll see what floats to the top. You know who wins, you know who goes home early. For season-long, I posted a strategy video, and I'll tag that here. But just to do a quick recap, general strategy is you want to have the girls that win. You want to have depth of competition is the phrase that you'll hear me use, DOC. And that's just how far in they go. Does a girl finish top 3, top 7, top 9, top 12? Though that's really what you're looking for, because generally speaking, if your girl is still in the contest, she's scoring points. So you want to have the ones that last the longest. Pretty straightforward. With the pricing the way it is, you can't quite do that. You need to get a little creative in the way you think about things. My lineup is going to be Gabby, Katie, Allie, Victoria, Kimberly. I'm going to post this on Patreon first for our subscribers. And then I'm not going to post this video until very late so that my picks don't get sniped. But you will have time to review this video and then make your own decisions based on what you want to do. Gabby is the winner, as far as we know. She is priced the highest. I can't not have Gabby on my team. At $28, that's a tough lock-in. That's a spot that makes it very difficult to... Hello, dog. He's wearing pink today, too, for Bachelor. Makes it very difficult to lock in the rest of the girls at any meaningful rate. So what I did here was I grabbed Katie, who we know to be second, at $25. So now I have my number 1 finisher and my number 2 finisher. I should go pretty deep in the contest. We know Katie gets some one-on-ones. So we're starting to craft this narrative of how the season rolls. So once you do that, it makes it very difficult to roster another person. So Allie at $18, we know she finishes top 11. What we don't know is whether it's 11, 10, 9. But she's guaranteed in one of those slots. I think, 11, 10. 9, 8, 7 is the next break off there. So she lasts longer-ish, right? So now I have 3 people in the top 11. I got first, I got second, and I got what we'll just call 10th for simplicity's sake. Unfortunately, it leaves no money for anything else. Victoria and Kimberly are both $14, and they're priced at $14 because they go home episode 2. It is entirely plausible that I eat negative points off those two. So what I'm doing from a game theory standpoint, a strategy standpoint, is I'm taking first place and second place and punting my last 2 spots, which is not a great position to be in. The pricing made things very, very difficult. If you have thoughts on pricing, send them in, because I know the guy who did the pricing. But what I'm hoping is that having the winner and having the runner-up and then having a top 10 kind of finisher can offset potentially -6s for going home from the other 2 girls without scoring anything else. Like I said, they'll both be gone this week. So I'm really just hedging that 1, 2, 10 is more valuable than 3, 4, 7. That's really how that math works out. And it should be, right? They're going to have an extra week each, and we're going to get 15 points off the proposal for Gabby. So sound, at least in theory. Drop in the comments once this is public what you're doing with your lineups. Any questions you have, absolutely come at me. If you join our Patreon, we have a discussion going on all different game types, different platforms, season long, week to week. It's a really cool spot for discussion from pros and supposed pros. It depends on how I do each week as to how I categorize myself, but the community at large as well. So again, Gabby, Katie, Allie, Victoria, and Kimberly are punts. But it gets in underneath that dollar value, and we'll see. So again, you really just want depth of competition, and however you can structure your team to ensure the most points, that's who wins the game. So good luck to you this year. Good luck with season long, and we'll see you for weekly pick shows. Thanks for tuning in.